Learning to listen. How important is that for an intercessor? I want you to know that intercession is the first place for learning to hear the voice of God. That's the birthplace. When you're going to God on behalf of somebody else. Our prayer time is simply us talking to God and bringing Him our petitions and our requests. But intercession is going to God on behalf of somebody else. And that it is a type of prayer, and we're going to God on behalf of somebody else. There is I want to share it with you. In the Vine Dictionary, it says the New Testament word of intercession, it means a lightening upon. It's a meeting with. It says the word intercession, according to Vine, is a technical term for approaching a king. And that's what we're doing. We're approaching the throne room, the king. And you know that we can't approach the king in any manner. We can't approach the king any old kind of way. And so we prepare ourselves even, with our understanding and developing ourselves with intercession. We're preparing ourselves even before we go before the king. Amen. Because we just can't go before the king any old kind of way. If you even go back to the Old Testament and see how they went before the king, anybody who come before the king, as a matter of fact, you couldn't even come before the king unless he put out his scepter for you to be able to approach him. Because if you approached him before he put it out, you could be killed. That was grounds for death. So that says to us, see, even still, we cannot approach our heavenly king, our God, in any old kind of way. That they worship him in spirit and truth in the same way you communicate with him. You communicate with him in spirit and in truth. Your flesh cannot handle God. And the only way he communicates with you is through your spirit man. All right? So even as intercessors, it's very important for us to develop our spirit. We develop our spirit once again, by spending time with God. Amen. By staying in his word, by studying him. We're developing our spirit. Amen. And maintaining it so that when fleshly things and temptations present themselves, and they will, amen, that the fruit that we're developed will manifest itself. The question that most of us have as a point in our life. We feel like, God, where are you? And even though he's given his encounter, I want to bless you with my encounter. Amen. Because first of all, in order for us to even discipline ourselves to be able to listen and hear from God, you need an encounter with God. Right? You need an encounter. It's not the same way of trying to listen to him if you have not had an encounter with him. Once you have an encounter with God, it becomes even more important for you to be able to listen to God. Amen? So I think I've known people, as a matter of fact, your salvation has nothing to do with the fact of you're developing your spirit. Because there's people I know who've been in church for years and they've not developed anything. They're not even trying to develop anything. They're not even trying to develop because they've never had an encounter. And that's what makes the difference with us. When we have an encounter, and when you have an encounter with God, you know that thing sticks with you. Every now and then it may come back to your mind. The Holy Ghost bring it back to your remembrance. It's those encounters with God that make a difference in our life. Church.